Welcome to the deep dive. So you're looking at the world of affiliate marketing, and yeah, it's a huge opportunity.
Definitely.
But let's be honest, it's also an industry where so many people, well, they trip over their own feet constantly.
They really do.
So today, we're going to tackle that big question. What are the most common affiliate marketing mistakes? The ones that just completely derail promising ventures.
Yeah, and it's a crucial question because, look, the stats are pretty brutal. We see only about, 5% of affiliates actually succeeding long term?
Wow, only 5%.
Yeah. And the other 95% who fail,
Yeah.
they aren't necessarily missing some, genius secret blueprint. Often, they're making really simple, repeatable, foundational mistakes.
Right, so our mission today is pretty clear. We want to equip you with the knowledge you need to sidestep those exact pitfalls.
The ones that hit your credibility, kill your traffic.
And ultimately just drain your profits.
Exactly. Success here is less about finding some miracle path and more about building a solid system, one that avoids those catastrophic errors.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Where should we start? Maybe with the biggest foundational traps. Those mindset errors that cause people to quit way too early.
That sounds like the perfect place. The first, and maybe the most insidious flaw we see, is falling into that whole get-rich-quick trap.
Yes. The siren song of easy money.
Right. Affiliate marketing gets packaged and sold as, easy passive income.
Yeah.
But the moment you actually believe it's a shortcut, well, you're kind of doomed from the start.
It's a business venture, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
And that's probably the hardest piece of advice for a newcomer to really accept. You've got to treat this seriously, like a full startup.
Requires time, requires planning.
And consistent effort. You have to focus on steady, compounding growth, not that, instant gratification fantasy.
And look, that persistence really pays off. There's data showing affiliates who stick with it, maybe more than 3 years, they earn something like 9.45 times more than the brand new marketers.
9 times more. That really proves the point.
It shows it's absolutely a long game, no question.
Which, I guess, leads pretty naturally into mistake number 2. Setting completely unrealistic income goals right out of the gate.
Oh yeah, big one.
People see those outlier success stories online, and they aim way too high, way too fast.
And when your initial goals are just impossible, you hit frustration fast.
And that's a direct line to burnout, right? Giving up.
Totally. But okay, how do you even gauge a realistic goal? Especially when you're new, you don't even know your niche conversion rate yet.
Good point. So what's the answer?
Well, I think the answer is to treat your goals more like stepping stones. Focus on modest, achievable milestones first.
Like making your very first sale.
Exactly. Or hitting, say, consistent monthly commissions, even if they're small at first. Celebrate those little wins. It builds momentum and, crucially, motivation.
That makes sense. Okay, what's the third big strategic error? You mentioned prioritizing selling.
Yes, prioritizing selling over helping. This one's a killer. The mindset shifts entirely to, how do I get the conversion right now?
And the content just suffers, right? Becomes shallow, maybe a bit pushy.
Mediocre at best, yeah.
Yeah.
The moment monetization becomes the primary driver instead of value, it shows.
So connecting this back, the core mindset has to be creating genuinely high-value content, centered around what the reader actually wants or needs.
Precisely. Don't just list product features like a brochure. Explain the benefits to the user. Answer their question, how will this improve my life?
Right. Monetization should be the outcome, the result of providing real value.
It shouldn't be the starting point. That's backwards.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Moving into the element that really defines your success long-term. Trust.
Ah, yes. Trust and credibility.
Mistake number 4 must be promoting low-quality products, right? People get tempted by those high commission rates on, frankly, subpar tools or services.
They do. And credibility.
Yeah.
Look, it's the only currency you truly own in this space.
Mm-hmm.
If you recommend a product that fails your audience, you don't just disappoint them. You actively break the faith they have in your judgment.
And that broken trust. It's incredibly hard to repair, isn't it? Maybe impossible sometimes.
Very difficult. So the core advice is simple but crucial. Always research the product thoroughly.
Try it yourself if you possibly can.
Ideally, yes.
Yeah.
Or, if not, really scrutinize customer reviews, forums, look for unbiased feedback to make sure it genuinely addresses your audience's needs.
But hang on, what about the small affiliate just starting out? Trying every single product might be financially impossible for them.
That's a fair challenge. A really good point.
Yeah.
In that case, you have to rely on strong proxy metrics, as you say.
Become a master of reading between the lines of reviews.
Exactly. Look for extremely detailed case studies, maybe video tutorials from actual users, forum discussions where people are showing real results, not just the vendor's slick marketing copy.
Got it. Which links directly, I suppose, to mistake number 5, not truly understanding what you're selling.
Oh, this is a big one, too. Your audience is smart. They have Google. They do their own research.
So if you spread misinformation, or you just misunderstand a product's core function.
They will call you out. And trust. Poof. Evaporates immediately.
So the practical fix here is you just have to become the niche expert, or at least really knowledgeable.
You really do. Go beyond the product page. Subscribe to specific blogs, forums in that category.
Maybe actively search sites like Quora or Reddit. See what real questions people are asking.
Yes. Find out what pain points people are actually having, what nuanced questions they're asking about that product type. That way, your content addresses real-world issues, not just marketing points.
Okay, very practical. Now let's shift to something non-negotiable. Compliance. Mistake number 6 must be failing to disclose affiliate relationships.
Absolutely critical. This isn't just, bad practice or impolite. It's a major compliance error.
Because it risks violating legal guidelines, right? The FTC has rules about this.
Precisely. Because that financial relationship could influence the endorsement. Transparency isn't just nice, it's required.
So let's be really clear. What exactly needs disclosing? Because it feels broader than just commissions.
It is broad. You absolutely have to disclose affiliate commissions, but also things like free products or services you received for review.
What about paid trips or other ongoing benefits from the vendor?
Yes, those too. Any material connection related to the endorsement needs to be clear.
And the rule is strict. The disclosure itself must be, what's the phrase? Clear and conspicuous.
That's it. And this is where we get into the famous 4 Ps of disclosure. First, prominence.
Meaning it has to be large enough to be easily noticed, no tiny light gray font hidden at the bottom.
Exactly. Use boldface, maybe larger type, make it stand out. Second P is presentation.
Keep it simple, use direct language.
Yes. Say something like, I may earn a small commission if you buy through this link. Not pages of complex legalese nobody understands.
Okay, 2 Ps down. What are the other 2?
Third and fourth are placement and proximity. Placement means it has to be where the customer will see it immediately.
So right at the top of a blog post, for instance, before they start scrolling.
Ideally, yes. Or very close to the beginning. And proximity means it must be close to the actual affiliate link or endorsement it relates to.
Right. You can't just bury it pages deep in a general disclaimer or in the website footer somewhere obscure.
No, absolutely not. And this applies across all channels, by the way. On social media, the disclosure needs to be visible before any see more click.
Ah, that's a common mistake. People hide it behind the fold.
They do. And on videos, it needs to be both visual and audible.
Spoken out loud.
Yes. Ideally mentioned near the beginning when you introduce the topic or the product. It's a detail that's often overlooked. But the moment you forget those 4 Ps, you risk everything you've built. Seriously.
Okay, that's crystal clear on compliance. Let's move into some content and technical mistakes. Because even if your mindset and disclosures are right, bad execution can sink you.
For sure. Technical errors are where the money just leaks out.
So, mistake number 7, publishing low-quality content and completely ignoring readability.
Yeah, your content is essentially your product, your shop window. Search algorithms and actual humans reward engaging, high-quality material that keeps people on the page.
So how do we make content high quality in a practical sense? What about readability?
Well, connecting this to action, content needs to be almost effortless to consume. Aim for clarity, simplicity.
Like writing for a specific reading level?
Generally, yeah. Strive for maybe a 7th to 8th grade reading level for broad appeal. Specific tactics help, too.
Okay, what?
Avoid tiny fonts, nothing smaller than 16 foot usually. Keep paragraphs tight, maybe 4 sentences max, and aim for sentences under, say, 25 words.
Basically make it easy on the eyes and the brain. Don't create huge walls of text.
Exactly. Break it up, use headings, bullet points.
Got it. Okay, mistake number 8, ignoring basic SEO, search engine optimization.
Oh, yeah. Without at least basic SEO, even the most brilliant, insightful review is effectively buried. Nobody will find it.
So what are the absolute essentials here, the non-negotiables for SEO?
Well, the absolute basics are, first, thorough keyword research. You need to know what terms people are actually searching for.
Right. Then optimizing your title tags and meta descriptions. That's your little sales pitch in the Google results, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Crucial first impression. And don't forget Image optimization, using descriptive alt text.
Why is alt text so important? Isn't it just for accessibility?
It's vital for accessibility, yes, but it also helps search engines understand what your images are actually about, which contributes to your overall ranking.
Okay, that makes sense. And what about link building? Getting links from other sites?
Ah, link building. The power of that can't be overstated. Acquiring backlinks, especially from reputable, relevant sites. Search engines see that as a huge vote of confidence.
A massive ranking booster.
Definitely. It signals authority.
Okay, moving on to the last major technical pitfall area. Mistake number 9, poor user experience or UX errors.
Yes. And the biggest killer here, almost always, is site speed.
How fast does it need to be?
Well, data suggests that if your page takes longer than just 2 seconds to load, your bounce rate people leaving immediately can jump by 50%.
50% for just a 2-second delay. That's huge.
It's massive. So you need to focus on solutions. Things like efficient browser caching, minimizing heavy scripts, checking your server response times, optimize those images we talked about.
I've also seen people use really unprofessional looking affiliate links. You know, those super long, clunky URLs full of random characters.
They can look messy, even suspicious to a visitor, like, is this spam?
So using branded and shortened links is much better. It looks more professional.
Much more professional. It instantly increases audience trust. Tools like Pretty Links or Thirsty Affiliates are great for this.
Good tip. And the final UX point.
Mobile optimization. Cannot stress this enough. Most of your visitors, probably the vast majority, are browsing on their phones.
So your website has to use responsive design, adapt to different screen sizes.
Absolutely. And have fast mobile loading times specifically, plus really easy navigation on a small screen. If your site looks great on a laptop, but is a nightmare on a phone,
You're losing most of your potential audience right there.
instantly. It's a critical failure.
Wow. Okay. So we've covered mindset, trust, compliance, content, and tech. What about once things are running? Analysis and scaling mistakes.
Right, because if you've solved all those other problems, these next mistakes can stop you from actually growing your success. Mistake number 10, not tracking performance properly.
This just turns your whole operation into an expensive guessing game, doesn't it?
Completely. So many affiliates only look at front-end stats, things like CPC, cost per click, or maybe CTR, click-through rate.
But they miss the crucial back-end performance, what actually matters for profit.
Exactly. We're talking about metrics like EPC, earnings per click, or ROAS, return on ad spend. You need to know how much money you're actually making for every dollar you spend or every click you generate.
But I've heard tracking can get really complicated, especially for newer affiliates who maybe don't have access to fancy vendor APIs or tools.
It can be complicated, which is precisely why it's such a common mistake. People avoid it.
So what's the solution then?
The solution is you have to implement robust tracking systems. Often using third-party tools, sure, but you need something to monitor these key metrics.
Because without that data,
You can't scale winners.
Yeah.
You can't cut losers effectively. You can't run meaningful AD tests. You are essentially operating blind, flying by the seat of your pants.
Okay, operating blind is bad. Mistake 11. Relying on only one traffic source.
The classic all eggs in one basket problem.
Right. If you rely entirely on, say, TikTok or maybe just Facebook ads, your business is incredibly vulnerable, isn't it?
Dangerously vulnerable to sudden algorithm changes, ad disapprovals, maybe even getting your account banned overnight.
Which happens.
It happens all the time. So diversity is survival in this game.
Meaning you need to utilize multiple channels like SEO, social media, paid ads.
Yes, spread your risk. And perhaps most importantly, consistently work on building an email list.
Why the email list specifically?
Because the email list is the one business asset that the platforms and algorithms absolutely cannot take away from you. You own it. You control the communication. That creates real stability.
That's a powerful point. Okay, final mistake, number 12. Not utilizing evergreen content.
Right. Timely, trendy content is great. It has its place for short-term traffic spikes.
But the real goldmine for long-term success, especially with search engine ranking, is evergreen content.
Exactly. Those really in-depth guides, comprehensive how-to articles, foundational tutorials, content that remains relevant and valuable for months, even years.
And why is that so valuable?
Well, this type of content provides continuous value. It attracts backlinks naturally over time. It generates sustainable, reliable traffic from search engines.
So it balances out the ups and downs of more trendy, short-lived content.
Precisely. It builds your authority and provides a stable foundation.
Okay, that's a lot of potential pitfalls.
It is. So maybe to recap the whole theme here, affiliate marketing success isn't really about random luck or finding some secret trick.
It's about intentionality, patience, building actual systems.
Yeah, exactly. You have to value your audience above everything else. You have to be absolutely ruthless about compliance and disclosure rules.
And avoiding these common mistakes we've discussed.
Yeah.
That's the critical first step, isn't it? Building that resilient, profitable foundation that can actually last.
That's the core of it. Avoid the big holes first.
So here's a final thought for you, the listener. We know mistakes are a natural part of learning, right?
Yeah.
But based on everything we've covered,
Mm-hmm.
what is the single highest priority mistake we talked about today? Maybe it's related to compliance, maybe content readability, maybe back-end tracking that you will intentionally work to avoid starting right now.
Yeah, think about that one change. The one thing that could instantly raise your floor for success and seriously reduce your risk going forward. Was that one action item for you?
Great question to ponder. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the most common affiliate marketing pitfalls.
Hope it was helpful.
We'll catch you next time.